Okay, so I just got a phone call from my neighbor, and she asked me a question that I think a lot of you might have right now because we're all freaking out about this spending freeze. So I want to talk for a second about impoundment, about the spending freeze, about what is legal, what isn't, and what the hell is happening here. And it's really important, so you should listen. I'm also going to make sure you understand exactly why this is happening, because it should really piss you off. So my neighbor had gotten a call from a very frantic friend who works in public health and works with an organization that helps overseas in Africa with AIDS, with providing medication so that AIDS does not come back, resurge, and spread. Because guess what? That actually protects us as well. And that is what her organization does. And she's like, my friend is really freaked out, not just about her job, but about the public health ramifications of this budget freeze. So first of all, she was like, is it legal? Like, what's happening? And the answer is no, it's not legal. There is something called the Impoundment Act of 1974, the Impoundment Control Act of 1974, which basically reiterated what was already the case but needed to be confirmed because Nixon was messing around, that Congress controls funding. Congress appropriates funding, and once it is appropriated, the president has absolutely no power to stop that appropriation. That is the law. So what Trump is doing with this freeze announcement is breaking the law. And I want everybody to be very clear on that, because it's not the first time he's broken the law since he's taken office. Frankly, by not enforcing the TikTok law, he's breaking the law. He broke the law by firing all those inspector generals on Friday night. That was illegal. And what Trump is trying to do right now is find out how much the American people are going to tolerate him breaking the law. So let's not tolerate this. This is the reason that we are calling our lawmakers and we are saying, hey, this is illegal what he's doing. He doesn't have the power to withhold funding. That power belongs with Congress, and that is the way the founders designed this thing, right? So if you're a patriot out there with your patriotic flags, you should be flaming mad about this. But also, you guys, from a public health perspective, the bird flu is on the rise. AIDS is not defeated, it is controlled. Diseases all over the world are being treated by this funding, and if we stop treating them, it affects us, right? Same thing with the CDC not being allowed to communicate with the WHO. Public health experts are freaking out, you guys. This is an administration that doesn't know how to govern, is refusing to govern. And let me tell you one last thing that should make you so unbelievably angry, and I don't care even if you voted for Trump. Do you understand that all of these cuts, the cuts that are happening now, the funding freeze, the cuts that are coming inevitably to Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, all the rest of it, do you understand that while we are going to be put on a program of extreme austerity, children will go hungry, seniors will go without meals, medical programs will go without funding, cancer patients will go without treatments, but you know who won't go without a fucking thing? The richest people in this country and the giant corporations who essentially bought this election. You know who won't go without a thing? Elon Musk. You know who won't go without a thing? The oil and gas industry. Do you know who won't go without a thing? Big pharma, big health insurance. I could go on. All of this is about feeding the rich at the expense of the poor and at the expense of the working class. Everybody will suffer, all because rich people and corporations want more tax cuts. If you're not angry about this yet, and frankly, if you're not extremely frightened at what Trump is doing right now, you're asleep at the wheel. Wake up, and also call your goddamn representatives every fucking day until this stops.